Welcome to Bramble Mere. I arrived late last night, couldn't get decided on where I wanted to fish, didn't get settled up till about midnight. I managed 4 last night before the cameraman got here. To the cameraman's disappointment, I slipped them back. Dad got here, put a zig out, and he's had one almost straight away. So hopefully, in the next 48 hours, I'm going to run you through how I approach Bramble Mere in the spring.
Good job there's only one fisherman in the family, isn't there, Brad?
After a busy night putting 4 carp on the bank, it was great to see the fish were still active come morning. Gary with his zig caught carp. Brad, not too long after, had one tear off from his baited spot. Though she didn't hang around long, it was full of fight, so we slipped her quickly back and watched her kick off into the depths. With the fish clearly in the mood and the day still young, the question was, what did Bramble Mere have in store for us? After a busy night and an action-packed morning, Brad was overdue a nap. The man was exhausted, bless him, but he still made sure to top up his baited spot and recast the zig after a quick dip in the beeline before he put his head down. Now I figured no one wanted to watch Brad sleep, so I ventured round, had a chat with Mark, and just as we were consuming some tea and a few bickies, his zig rod pulled up.
So here I am fishing on the awesome Bramble Mere towards the end of the first day of 3, and I'm into my first fish, a blank saver. 31 pound 10 ounces of Bramble Mere mirror. Taken on a zig, dipped in the awesome beetle in, cast a showing fish. 20 minutes later, off she goes. Made up. Saved me a blank. Beetle into the rescue. So we're going to put her back, see if we can get some more.
Mark went on to catch a few more smaller carp, which I helped land and film. Then, as we settled in for another tea and a few more biscuits, I glanced over and spotted Brad lift into another fish. He managed to capture it all on the GoPro, which was great, saved me running. There was a bit of chaos on his end, where his dad couldn't find his jacket, and bless him, he was a bit cold. But before long, I got the call to get my bum back round and do some filming, as Brad had landed another on a zig.
Hello?
Guess what?
You got one.
One in the net.
Is that on the zig again?
Maybe. There we go then. Nice mid-double common, quick change of tactics. I swapped my left-hander over from onto the baited area to a zig after Dad having that fish, and I was having a nice afternoon nap and the rod tanked off. But yeah, nice common. So I'm going to slip this one back and get my rods all sorted now for the night, put some fresh bait out over the top, and hopefully I can repeat what I caught last night and I'll be a bit more awake for it after my nap. So yeah, let's slip this one back.
For the bait, Brad kept things tried and tested. The Hinder's Chinese hemp formed the base of the mix, a larger, oilier grain that pumps natural fatty acids and amino acids into the water, creating that slick and scent trail that really gets the carp confidently grabbing around on the spot. Mulched and crumbed into that was the Hinder's Blitz Boilies, a deep, meaty and savoury bait built around fish meals, meat meals and a variation of spices. It's got a real natural kick to it that fish actively hunt out, and with soluble fish extracts packed through it, it really gets to work quickly. A bit of trusty sweet corn rounded off the mix nicely. With around 15 spoms put over the top of the spot, Brad had a solid carpet of bait down and the rods were back out, ready for the night ahead.
Right, that's the last rod out there on the baited spot. Let's go order a curry and have a social.
As darkness fell across Bramble Mere, the fire crackled away and the curry was on. There's something special about a night session, getting around that fire, having a good catch up with great food and great company. All of our rods were sitting on the baited spot. The question was, had we got it right? Was the fish going to show up tonight as they did last night? Brad had done the hard work, the bait was out there, now it was down to the carp.
There we go then. First one of the night. Not quite the repeat of last night, but I always find on here the first night's a lot better than the second night. Anyway, one of the nice old fullies that are in here. I think this might be an original. Someone will probably correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, happy days. So I put that rod back out on the spot on a beetle and plum wafter. That's done me 3 bites now. So yeah, I'm gonna get some pictures of this one. I'm gonna slip it back, and then if the cameraman will let me, I'm gonna go back to sleep. Happy days. So a way to see if you've put your rods back on the spot at night, because it can be challenging at times, but what I normally do, a little tip, is I'll cast the rod out, sink the line, put it on the rest, and I'll turn my other alarms off so I don't wake up the lake, and just loosen my rear rest, and I just lift it and get my other lines wet, and then when you pull it back up you can see where they're going. Now that middle rod has gone back out right down the middle of the spot between the other 2 rods, so that's absolutely pucker. So I'll take that out of the clip now and then put it on the rest. Good morning. After that bite last night, no more for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some fresh bombs out. I'm going to give it to about 10:30, 11. If I haven't had anything, then I'm going to put some zigs out. There's still plenty of fish showing out there, so I'm confident that I'm going to get another bite. But yeah, let's see what I can do. Right, so the time's 12:10. The baited area has not produced another bite, so I'm just going to go all out now and fish free on zigs and reset the rods on the bait for the night. I fished bait all day yesterday and didn't have any bites over the baited area in the daytime other than the one I had on a zig. So yeah, I'm just going to reel these in now, chuck some zigs out. Hopefully we can get a few bites today.
Zigs can be absolutely deadly when you get them right. The key is location and depth. Carp are constantly on the move, working their way through the layers of water, and they can spend a huge amount of time up in the layers, not just on the bottom. Getting a piece of black foam in front of them at the right depth with a bit of beetling on can be the difference between a bite or a blank. It's a simple presentation, but when it's spot on, it's devastatingly effective. With already a few carp falling to zigs, the question is, would we catch any more?
Right, the last rod. Lovely. Perfect. Right. It's 3 zigs fanned out. Hopefully not too long, we'll have a carp on the end. The weather is completely different to yesterday. Yesterday was a lot milder and the wind wasn't so strong. And today, as you can see, I got my coat on. It is absolutely freezing in the teeth of this wind. Mark's over there in his bloody t-shirt.
Over the next few hours it remained pretty quiet. Thankfully for us, Gary was on hand to hook into another Bramble Mere stunner. The question was, who would take the glory?
How big's this then, Dad?
It's £27, Brad.
Is it?
Yeah, got it on a solid bag with beetle and plum wafter.
You caught
But
this
if
one?
we're honest, Brad did all the work. I just reeled it in.
Caught this one before, haven't you?
I did catch this a couple of years ago. I think about 28 I got it then.
I can't remember, but yeah. It's one of the real scaly ones, what Bramble's known for. So let's get some nice photos of this one. Dad's gonna go get all the stuff for tonight's barbecue. Thanks, Dad.
Well, thanks, Brad.
Thanks, Dad. Well done, Dad. Right, so a quick change of plan. The zigs haven't produced, so I'm going to buzz them in. I've seen a few fish show just off the reeds to the left of my dad. He's only got 2 rods out in his swim, so I'm going to wander down there now. I've got my 10-foot scope, and I'm just going to flick a solid bag out. Well, that didn't take long after moving down here. After Dad had that fish on a bag, I saw a few fish show to the left of him, so I thought I would poach him up. But yeah, that really didn't take long. Yay! There we go then. Nice stumpy 20-pounder on a solid bag, beaten in plum wafter again. Just goes to show, when you're seeing fish show, if you can, try to move on to them. So yeah, just 1 rod, cast out nice and close, and it didn't take long at all. The rod's back out there, and there's still fish showing. So after that fish you saw me catch earlier on that single rod on a solid bag, nothing else has prevailed. So I've come back to the swim. I thought I might cut my losses on my main spot. I found a new spot to the left, closer in, 16 wraps. I'm just putting some bait out on it now. I'm still going to stick with 1 rod though on my baited area that I've had a few fish from. But yeah, the other 2 rods are bang on. I'm going to put some more bait out, and hopefully you'll see me with a fish soon. But once I've done this, I'm on cooking duty tonight, so I'll be lighting the barbecue. Let's get this spom out.
And just like that, the second day was almost done. Brad topped up the swim, both the new and the old spots were covered. He sorted some rigs and had a quick tidy round. And then it was time for the main event, which was the barbecue. And what a spread. Burgers, bacon, steaks and kebabs, we had the lot. All washed down with a cold beer around the fire. Some fantastic food, more great company, and it was just a brilliant evening. As you can probably expect, one beer led to another, and another led to a song. I'm not really sure there are words to describe what followed, but I can say we had an absolute brilliant night. Take it away, Brad.
Of them all. And then along came little Liam. He was the smallest plaster of them all. Liam plastered the skirting boards, and big Liam plastered the wall. Oh, there was a guy called Liam, and he was very tall. Unfortunately, no fish for me last night. The weather's changed, really strong winds, absolutely freezing. Dad didn't have anything in his swim, but Liam next to me had one this morning, a nice 18-pound scaly mirror. But yeah, I've not got long left, got till about 3 o'clock I think, and I'm going to knock it on the head. But for the next couple of hours I'm going to flick all 3 out on zigs, and then I'm probably going to go for a wander with some solid bags if I can't catch any on zigs. Sorry, I just saw a fish show in the far corner, so that might be where I'm going to wander off to later. But anyway, let's get these buds in.
And just like that, the session was all but over. Despite his best efforts, Brad couldn't tempt any more carp, but you couldn't fault the effort. He kept right at it to the very bitter end.
Right, that's it, the end of the session. I'm going to reel these rods in a minute. I'm going to give it another 10 minutes. But yeah, it's been really tricky actually this time. The wind's been really cold, the weather's changed. Last week, you know, we was getting temperatures of like 18-20 degrees, and this weekend it's dropped to like 12s and 7s at night, so it's not ideal. But we've all caught, which is the main thing. It's been a good social, we've had plenty of laughs, plenty of good food, so that's what it's all about. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys on the bank sometime.